And now a quick word from our sponsors here at Viral Hip Hop News.
We appreciate that. You also brought up a little early in the conversation, cancel culture. And we see Dave Chappelle, obviously, he just dropped his latest Netflix special, The Closer. I don't know if you saw it. I saw it. It was pretty damn funny. He did his thing, but he obviously was a group of people offended by it. And a lot of people are telling them to stay out their feelings. And there's a lot of people saying that they should cancel Dave Chappelle. What's your thoughts on the whole cancel culture phenomenon that's came across with social media? How do you think about cancel culture? And what do you think about Dave Chappelle in particular and his comedy show, if you saw it?
I think it's horrible. This cancel culture thing is serious. These antics are bullying. This ain't nothing but a bunch of media bullies. A whole bunch of cyber bullies in high places that all come together and look for who they're going to control. I think it's horrible. I just put up a post and I talked about something that an older man told me about, and he gave me a certain amount of things, watch people who lie, this, that, and the third. We don't do no new, vacuum cleaners. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nothing new. That vacuum cleaner is a year old. Ain't nobody trying to just vacuum clean themselves. And, there's certain things that they feel about. So I mentioned that and they're blocking right now my stuff on Instagram. I'm looked at it at first. I seen like 80 comments and now all of a sudden I see 20. And I can't comment back on some of them. So it's terrible. I think it's bad when you can't be free. This is supposed to be America and you're supposed to be free. We should be able to say whatever we want to. People have different experiences and our character is made from our experiences. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if I'm afraid to get a vacuum cleaner in my body because my granddaughter was, inflicted from a injury, and I watched it and supported her for the past 12 years and understand how rough it's been for her mama, which is my child, and other women that I found to support in that same space, and they get the same issue. I have a right to not want, certain ways and certain things to deal with certain circumstances. I have a right to do it where I'm comfortable and when I feel comfortable, and people should have that right. So, that's one area of cancel culture. If you just say something against what people feel that you want to, to be a part of or don't in your body, we should all be able to say what we want in our body. In terms of Dave Chappelle and that, no, I mean, he can talk. We talk about everything else. They call us bitches. They call us every woman called pussy every second. You got all these different forms of information that's on the media that's very offensive. It's offensive to me. Sitting up looking at booties humping the air all day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm sick of looking at booties humping the air. Like, it's just, okay, that's enough. I mean, but ain't nobody saying nothing about that. And many of us are sick of it. A lot of, even the men, and there's even people in that community that he addressed. They're sick of that. They're sick of them being overexposed. They're feeling like they're being overexposed in that community. You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing too much. Come on, y'all. We ain't got to do all this. So it's not fair to anyone, I feel, in cancel culture in a lot of ways, because now you're exposing some group of people that some of them don't even want to be exposed like that. So, you hurting them, and then you got, the person that's speaking on it. And there is issues that we should be tackling. Black people that's been mistreated like crap all this time, like we're getting done now. No, I'm not prejudiced. I love everybody. I've been blessed by many, but at the same time, I understand who I am and where I came from. And I do see the antics of systemic racism, that connects, into the Black culture. And there's things that we have not resolved or being taken care of from, and us jumping on to another situation and then clamping us all together like we're in the same boat. That's not fair, and we should be able to share and do a joke or talk about any other people. He talk about everybody. Mm-hmm. What makes it now all of a sudden you can't talk about one specific group? Why does this group always be offended? They talk about us. Yeah. It's like, come on, y'all, let's be big people. My thing is, y'all grow up and be big girls and big boys too. Y'all could be talked about. We getting called bitches. We being called, men is being called niggas. I don't know if we can cuss on here or not, but okay, I try to represent myself without a whole bunch of language, because I try to make sure I present myself as a woman of prestige with a large vocabulary. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, to relate to you all, the bottom line is they call us, we get talked about, we get exposed, exploited. So why is this group the only one that's protected and offensive? Every time somebody says something, even if they're playing or even if they're just making a point, no one's saying they hate anybody. We all love, but everybody don't have to think the same and want the same. And it's just it's not good. And even to the point of to where people should be counseled. It's a bully thing. I think it's just everybody getting bullied like that, and people are too sensitive. They need to get out their feelings and grow up.
Definitely. Now talk to us real quick. We got a few more questions for you about dating Tupac Shakur.
We dated Tupac? I didn't even know that.
Dang. Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit about it, okay? And then I'm gonna say the rest for my
all right. We'll take it.
So I'll just say like this, Tupac was
hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip bars is back. Hip hop, Sam and oh God, what's up with you? I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal. It don't matter if you a rookie.